There is a lot converging right now that has made life on the planet completely chaotic. And, the races in the white countries, they've invited all sorts of different races in, and so that's causing conflict within those countries. And those countries are still the most powerful countries on the globe. So that right there makes everything unstable. Also, computers. Computers, and it's always a convergence of different things when there's any kind of crisis, which is exactly what we're in, as a crisis. And in China, they use characters, and the character for crisis is danger and opportunity together. That makes crisis, which is what a crisis is, and exactly where we are. It's very dangerous, but we have some great opportunity. And the computer has really messed up the whole world. And, it's done, everybody's like, oh, it's so wonderful. And it is. And it has wonderful, wonderful possibilities. But it's in its infancy, and we haven't figured out how to get a handle on it and how to use it. And the people, that just want to make money, the news organizations, they have not realized that they're going to have to provide unbiased information before people are going to really respect them. They think now that they can just sell out to their own political beliefs, and they can, and they're making money just hand over fist. And until the people stand up and say, listen, until you come out with some unbiased information, we're not going to, because you're hurting us. And there's a very small percentage of people, CNN and Fox loyalists, who will go with them no matter what. But then there's the people in the middle are still choosing sides and going to one or the other. And once those middle people who have a more balanced understanding of the world say, listen, I'm not playing that game anymore. You're going to have to come out with something more reasonable that comes down the middle and just gives me information like the McNeil-Lehrer News Hour used to be. God, it used to be so wonderful. But until we stand up and the middle stands up and says that, they're not going to do it. They've always been after the money, but once they find out that's, the middle is the largest pool, and once they come together and say no more, that'll be who they have to satisfy, and they'll have to give us better information. We've got to talk about, we've got to get manners online. We've got to get Miss Manners working again. Here's how you act online. Here's how you respond to people. You don't just do negative, horrible, cutting things and say whatever disgusting stuff. You don't put disgusting stuff on there, period, because that, and we exclude people that do things like that don't know how to have a rational, reasonable discussion. We don't like their stuff, and we exclude them from groups, and you're going to have to learn how to behave like a responsible citizen, because we want the internet to be something that helps humanity, and you have to have responsible people involved. And so we're going to have to come up with all sorts of norms, and they're going to be limiting, and we need to do the best we can to get the best norms we can. But once we do that, the internet will start working to understand the ideas of the people, and a lot of people who would not be able to share their wonderful ideas will be able to, and we can all benefit from them. But the way it is now, this chaos, intelligence and understanding is not respected. What's respected is hate-filled dribble, and it doesn't matter which side you're on. The left and the right is just hate-filled dribble. And we need to move everything back towards the middle.